My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire 2! Necrobinder. Well, I mean, there's the scroll boxes. I have my chance here. I don't think I take scroll boxes with Necro. So, I asked a couple episodes ago, by the way, thank you all who kindly participated, if you are a scroll box defender, defend scroll boxes to me. Tell me why scroll boxes is good and when it's good and why I should be clicking it. And I'll summarize the advice I got down into on characters that have lines that interlap. So, silent, ironclad, it's much stronger on. Also defect, because defect can get the triple claw funny pack. I do want to get that at least one time in the series. The thumbnail goes hard, you know. I gotta. But also, it is when you want to take an early aggression line, but you do not have an early shop on that line, and you need to help define your damage strategy and defense strategy earlier than you otherwise might get access to with just raw card picks. We're not in that position here, but I am keeping my eyes open for the possibility of that position in the future. Give me a random relic. Letter Opener. Whenever I play 3 souls in a turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Oh my god, you mean it does it on all skills? It'll probably be mostly souls for us. How do I get as many souls as possible on this line? Okay. I wouldn't suggest that we have good early floor here. I will suggest that we take this line out here. So this is going to be a tier 2 early fight. Make sure I have some additional power by that point. Head up towards an elite, take this shot, move over. And then at this point I can decide whether or not I want only question marks and rests afterwards, or if I feel super powerful, I can decide to take aggression in the late shop. Probably don't care about that late shop, courtesy of the earlier shop that I'm intending to take. We'll see. Bodyguard, bottom card of the deck, unfortunately. I was positioned to put it in, but I get to play 3 skills that turn and deal almost a strike's worth of damage for it. Perfect. Dex pot. Fear, Rattle, and Blight Strike. I think I should just take Blight Strike to have damage in the deck. Oh, surprisingly I can fight for AoE here, but I only get 14 health out of it, so I'll take the 66 gold and trudge on. I mean, I also get a card selection, but also that fight would be pretty tough for us, so it would also cost us a decent amount of HP. Tough not to get more defense on that first turn, unfortunately. Great. Hey, Blight Strike did great work there. There's no way I take a second Blight Strike, right? No, I'm taking Negative Pulse. That's really good with the Letter Opener as well. Perfect. Shroud. Whenever you apply Doom, gain 2 block. Both Negative Pulse and Blight Strike apply Doom. Blight Strike, Negative Pulse does it to everyone. Okay. Ooh. I think we got a deck. I might have to use a potion in this fight, though. I don't want to get too deep into this combat. Someone around is wearing a deodorant or perfume I'm not familiar with. Blight Strike for... That would be lethal, right? Yeah, that'd be lethal on the front line. Let's look at the colors bot. I was looking for defense there. I guess Fasten counts. Take 8 HP damage. And then, Fuzzy Wormcrawler, you are strong right now. Oh god, thank heck I have Parson. Yeah, you're pretty strong right now, but 2 defense gets us through. God, it's so strong. It's just anyway. It's not relevant to you. Death's Door. Gain 6 block if you've applied Doom this turn. Gain block more times. Yeah, I'm definitely working in like a consistent Doom theme here. What elites? What elites? So, Frog, how do I do against Frog? Very well. How do I do against Birdonis? Pretty badly. How do I do against Shadow? I die against Shadow. Cool. I either rest here or I literally can't dodge. Great, I rest. Oof. I needed more single target damage if I wanted to be confident against Birdonis or the other one. I hit the 33% here where I hit the enemy that I'm actually prepared for. I don't deserve this at the moment, to be clear. I recognize that I got lucky. But hey, sometimes you get lucky. If it helps, I got really unlucky on our block turn there. Does that help? Killed him with Doom. Oh man, that sucks. So I can get 13 damage on an enemy. 13 takes you down to 8. Sure. Ideally, I want to get 3 skills in a single turn. It's the perfect outcome for us. 2 skills and nothing else is about as bad as it gets, though, because it... Oh, boy. Ugh. Oh, no. Oh, it's all disappearing. Negative is at the bottom of that cycle and not with any other skills. Oh, no. Oh, it's just getting worse. Stop. Stop, please. There's not enough density of skills to reliably... And I only got 1 negative pulse in the first cycle. Okay. That's okay. Oh my god. Stop. Stop, please. Literally, it's just perfectly pairing out. I could just draw infections and die. I'm not going to, thankfully. Molten Egg. Whenever you had an attack, attack card to your deck, upgrade it. I'm going to take Deathbringer, because that's what we're doing. I'm going to take a Firebot to try and end the fight slightly earlier. Ooh. Interesting. Kifuda. Upon pickup, enchant up to 3 cards with Adroit. That doesn't help the Death's Door because it just gives it gain 3 block. It doesn't increase the amount of block that you gain multiple times. I think we're probably better served by taking Anchor and Negative Pulse. Oh, Sleight of Flesh is right there. Anyway, almost ignored that. I'll take that Negative Pulse and then remove a card. I also think Ultimate Strike is pretty important. But I do think we just found our damage strategy and it's called Sleight of Flesh. That's also really important because it solves a lot more AoE damage conditioning for the kin. Thank you! Mango with 14 max HP there actually gives us the ability to possibly move up, take a rest, and then go for the fights. Maybe with a little bit more energy in this deck, we would be comfortable to do that. Let's Sleight of Flesh and Shroud, set ourselves up. Deathbringer. Negative Pulse. Light Strike. Death's Door. That's about as good as a Fogmog fight goes. What do we think of Dance Macabre? In a deck like this? I've only got Deathbringer and Study of Flesh, which I play once. I will take Wisp because I really like it is good for the ladder opener if nothing else, but also because I really do need help playing my cards out in the first cycle. Here, I have to take a rest, and then if the next elite goes really bad, I can dodge the shot, but ideally I don't have to. It doesn't look like this is about to go very well. It's important I play the flash there. If I can keep that fight. Your next turn is the more aggressive turn, though. What are the odds I draw negative pulse Death Door next turn? Not especially high. I'll throw that. Weak potion, apply 3 weak and a parrying shield. If you end your turn with at least 10 block, deal 9 damage to a random enemy. Reeve and time's up. Retain and deal damage equal to the enemy's doom. Yes, please. Alright. Fisticuffs, eh? Putrefy's not bad, but Countdown's also not bad. I'll take Countdown, and if I could have, I would have taken Grave Warden as well, but I can't, so I won't. Countdown's important for exactly the reason you think. If the reason you think is guaranteeing that Death's Door is capable of doing an impact every single time. In which case, yeah, well done. Yeah, it is that. All right. Oh boy. Defend. Light Strike. Got one more turn of weakness after this. And then really time has to be up. Deathbringer. Death's Door. The enemy dies before I even get the time to play time's up. Energy Potion, Vajra, Sikkim, Grave Blast, and So. The only one of these that I have any interest in is Grave Blast. We have enough AoE already. And I'm not an Aussie attack deck. I do think we can easily get through this fight without taking a rest here. And I think I'm very incentivized to get Retain on the Wisp, so I have the ability to play out the 2-cost cards when I draw them appropriately. Like, Shroud, negative Pulse first turn, incredible setup. That's not a great turn. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay. We've got our frontliner down. Then negative Pulse should have been in the other order. Slide of Flesh first. I'm fully defended already. I'm gonna strike the front line just so that you die. Guaranteed. There you go. I block for almost the same amount by attacking to give the enemy Blight and give myself 2 block as I do from playing a defend on that previous turn. So we've got lethal. It's just about staying alive. I'll Grave Blast back Death's Door. Did I not play Countdown? Oh, apparently I didn't play Countdown earlier. All right, never mind. Beautiful. If you, by the way, if you, like, as soon as I said that I wasn't going to rest before that fight, if you looked at my HP bar and you were like, Raps, you've done it again. You're going to die. I know it. I can't believe you keep making this mistake. I want you to own up in the comment section down below. I want you to tell me that you thought I was going to die there and you were wrong. Because I'm sick of everyone just saying, oh, nope, I knew you were going to die there. Did you? How about every other time I didn't rest? I'm in a fighting mood today, apparently. Soulstorm. I have no souls in the deck. Probably shouldn't take that. Call of the Void just to get a random card every turn. That if best thing about Call of the Void, if the card sucks, it hits the bricks. It's ethereal, so it just disappears. That said, this deck does cost a lot of setup already. I don't know if I can afford additional setup in Call of the Void. And Shared Fate is pretty accessible for us. It downgrades the damage of Blight Strike, but that doesn't matter almost at all. All right, Darth. Yo, that Grimoire, that's forbidden. You gonna let me have it despite the forbidden of it all? Interesting. So here's the thing. Forbidden Grimoire is, at the end of combat, you may remove a card from your deck. And this deck definitely gets a lot stronger when I remove the strikes, and then it gets a lot stronger when I remove a couple of the defends, and then it gets a lot stronger when I remove Blight Strike, and then Bodyguard, and then eventually everything that is not just Sleight of Flesh, Negative Pulse, Shroud, Death's Door, Deathbringer, Wisp. And time's up. Runic Pyramid is incredible here. Obviously, Runic Pyramid just gives me the ability to put the right cards in the right hand, right order. But give me the Forbidden Grimoire. Let's go thin. How many cards do I want to cut from this deck? Ideally, 3. Next gate is like 7. I think I cut as many cards as possible so that I can keep taking cards while I'm moving up the map. I still do care about card upgrades, so I will take some normal fights, some question marks, rather than just all question marks at this point, which is a possibility, I guess. I don't need to play Time's Up. Use an energy potion there to get through to him. I don't defend especially well this turn at all. Ray Blast to bring back a Death's Door, defend, and Shared Fate. Enemy takes a turn off here, which is great, because I can play Countdown and Sleight of Flash. Beautiful. I mean, all of these cards are like a much better strike. Give me Aussie deals 10 and I retain a card. Retaining a card is cool. Ooh. What if I added 2 copies of every card? Oh, no, then I'm even more selective. But more selective is more good. Yeah, there's so much value to be had in that. And what, I'm taking a pretty... I got 1 early elite, but then I've got 3 rests on this line. I can go 15 to make sure that I get Bing Bong. Bing my bong. Bing me. Oh, baby bong me. 150. for probably 2 elite fights getting covered. That said, the strength doesn't matter at all, literally at all. Okay, never mind, I'm taking the 50 gold. Cool. Great fight. It's a good thing I had 2 additional strength for that. Lethality, so Invoke is actually really good. I just wish it was upgraded. Make it much easier to take here with the Bing Bong. Without the Bing Bong, nope. All of these are more setup or execution where I don't need. Oh no, I didn't even get my Grimoire out last time. No. Perfect. Oh, that couldn't have worked out better. I don't need another Sleight of Flash, but Debilitate is both a debuff and it also inspires other debuffs, and also doubling weak on the enemy is huge. I'll take that. That's like a super strike. None of you decrease your cost on an upgrade. Sleight of Flash does get 4 more damage. It's almost 50% more damage. Oh, especially matters considering the fight we got after it. I will drink Heart of Iron here. I also think Forgotten Grimoire over... No. The countdown's more important. I wish I could play the Forbidden Grimoire there. I probably don't get to play it in this fight as a result. It's also okay. Yeah, we got Death's Door immediately. Immediately justified. Let's... Does my fish run attack bot? I don't think I do. Perfect. Got to take them all out. Liquid Bronze, Horn Cleat, and Slowpoke Afterlife. No. Not better than not having those. Choose your bracelet. Ugh. Regular enemy encounters and no longer encounter question mark rooms. I actually kind of wanted regular enemy encounters a couple of these. Oh no, I'm just short on the minute 10. No. But there's End of Days and I can afford it. End of Days. It's pretty expensive, but it ends the fight the turn you play it. Sleight of Flesh, Negative Pulse. I'm gonna look in the attack potion and see if I can get something to apply weak. If some, there's no attack that applies weak here, right? Yeah, no, I couldn't have gotten something to apply weak. Yeah, that was dumb on my part. Oh well. Beautiful. Got my Forgotten Grimoire out, finish the fight. Planosphere. Whenever you enter a question mark room, gain 5 additional health. Calcify, Dirge, and Fear. Fear is vulnerability, but I don't do damage to the enemies. It's the weaken that I care about doubling. One of 5 random cards to add to the deck. I'm going to take that so that I can try and take the most busted one twice, and that's going to be double Putrefy with our Sleight of Flesh build. I also don't think I need to rest here. I will upgrade the other End of Days, which is still important. I'll snap a... Putrefy? Yeah. And then Bodyguard Negative Pulse, so I can hit you with weak on the turn that it matters. like right now. Shroud, Putrefy, Debilitate, and second Debilitate doesn't matter here, so I'll just play Atlantic Escape. End of Days and Shared Fates, best I can do here. Sleight of Flesh, Phantom Escape. I do need to still keep buying time, because it's only in the second cycle of the deck that we're really, like, doing. Alright, let's look in the... Perfect. There's your Weak and Vulnerable, Forgotten Grimoire, Double Defend. Countdown. I'll snap to keep Deathbringer in hand, because I definitely do need to play that, but it can't be right now. I only got one turn away from you right now? What the hell? Yeah, I actually have to draw and play multiple get the hell away from me's, otherwise I'm dead. Did I really? Oh, yeah, I've got all of these one-cost ones I didn't play in the first cycle. Yeah, I guess I didn't play them. Okay. Deathbringer, Debilitate. And then I've got 2 more left in the draw cycle for the next turn. Wait. Oh. I'm dead. Oh, you butt. I have exactly 26 defense here. These additional 2 defense just... If I times up, yes, the enemy is dying this turn. The only problem after they kill me. That's... God damn it. Come on, it was so good. All right. Yeah, I died because I didn't rest before that one, though, so, you know. All of you who left the comment after the first one, you can now also add an edit, and then on the edit, you can add I told you so. You're more than welcome. How are these boots gonna change my life? How can these boots change my life the soonest? Yo, there's actually one hop that makes these boots pretty good. And it's go up here, then hop from campfire to campfire. Elite. Campfire. Elite. Campfire. Question mark. Elite. Leave. So it's a 3 elite, 4 campfire line. And all it requires is that we lace up our boots before we go. I might have chosen for the last run to end differently. Alas. 12. Not especially scared of you. What, I've lost like 3? 4-ish HP over the course? No, wait, actually there was 7 on previous turns. So it's like 9 HP over the course of this fight, which means I'm actually scared of you. High five, invoke, and sculpting strike. Give me the high five. Happily remove a strike for a curse. It'll remove itself. Perfect. 28 for the lethal, so don't have to worry too much. Debilitate, Haunt, and Veil Piercer. Interesting. It's either... I'm leaning towards none of these. High five? Actually, no. We can use Debilitate with vulnerability. Lose all of your gold to transform 2 cards. The thing about that is it's really, really good right now. It costs 102. 120. But I turn 2 of my strikes into cards that might be worth upgrading, and I've got a lot more campfires than I have opportunities to find cards. I found exactly, I think, the time that I will click this. What? Spirit of Ash and Reanimate? Reanimate's really good, obviously. Spirit of Ash... I'll get back to you on that. And then I run into the distance. You see a dust-shaped cloud of me. Hey, weak pot will help. Pull from below, Reeve, and Dizdor. The problem is pull from below is ideally good at some point in the future, but right now it's not. Like, I have to put a bunch of ethereal cards in this deck with the Spirit of Ash and the pull from below. I don't think I take pull from below speculatively there. I do think an additional turn of vulnerability from high 5 is of dramatic importance. I also think the same about debilitate. I'll reanimate and then weaken you. High 5, debilitate. I wouldn't be surprised if I just straight up drew lethal. 12, 24, 14, 12, 14, 26, 24. It's lethal. Mango. Upon pickup, raise your max HP by 14. Poke, reap, and no escape. It's either poke or nothing here. I'll take a poke. Sparkling Rouge at the start of your third turn. Gain a strength in the dex. Let's upgrade Reanimate. Ugh. Not a great first turn to just Bodyguard and nothing else. I'd love to Reanimate, but Debilitate and Poke sets up lethal the turn after very easily. But Reanimate saves our health as well. And I'm not likely to get lethal this cycle if I don't do that. Oh! Hey, bub. So 14 on the strike is just enough to take out Frog Parasite. And then we have high 5 for all of the summons. I'll even flex pot to do 5 more damage to all of you. Take 3 for an infection. And then you're all right for the picking. Unfortunately, I don't draw any damage. I mean, look, the fight could have been better, but it could have been worse. Heart of Iron and Book of 5 Rings, 20 health, if I can get it. I don't think any of those are worth taking over things that are already in the deck at the moment, to be honest. I want upgrading Spirit of Ash to be correct. I just need an ethereal guy. I need an ethereal excuse, frankly, is what I need from you, game. Getting out of this fight without taking damage is pretty damn good. There goes Guilty from the deck as well. There's an ethereal that also sets up vulnerability. I'll take it. High 5, Unleash Poke. Debilitate's what we need to draw that turn. Or Reanimate. Literally just not the full defensive hand that we got. That's the worst. I'm going to drop a Heart of Iron here. Can't use Reanimate because it's important that I play the Debilitate and Vulnerability additionally this turn. $19 and then 31, but Bone Bruise, summon to 15, and the Beating Remnant. You can't lose more than 20 health in a single turn. Dance Macabre with High Five. Still the only one. No. Cleanse and Death March. Cleanse not important in this upcoming. Neither Death March. I mean, I will rest this time, but I'm not happy about it. Second turn of Vulnerability on Fear would be pretty good. Nice. Ooh. As much as I want to Reanimate there, it's got to be Fear and High Five. Set up the Vulnerability so that the Debilitate makes any sort of sense afterwards. I'll Bone Bro. 40 damage until we're looking at a stagger on this enemy. Debilitate, High Five, and Poke. Okay, I do still have Unleash in this deck somewhere. One for me to know, because it didn't feel like it. As much as I would love to do 52 damage this turn, just playing Reanimate on that turn is about as good as it gets. Yeah, I totally didn't need rest before this fight, did I? I've lost 8 health in this fight so far. I couldn't have known that was going to be the case, of course, but like, this is why I'm stuck in the eternal loop I'm stuck in. Sometimes I have a fight and I'm like, well, wow, I definitely could have rested before this. And sometimes I'm like, oh, well, I definitely should have rested before that, right? So like, it's hard to tell which is which from time to time. Domain. This is another Spirit of Ash. If I really want to double up on the downsides, I'll take Domain. Draw an additional card and gain additional energy each turn. Phylactery Unbound is really strong. At the start of combat, you summon 5 rather than 1, and at the start of your turn, you summon 2 rather than 1. It's like 7 temp HP at the very start. It's so good. Sandcastle does upgrade a bunch of cards, but right now, like, most of my cards are upgraded. It's going to hit a lot of defense. Give me that Phylactery Unbound. Oh my god, I've still got the boots. I literally forgot that boots is what I'm doing this run. Okay, how do I exploit my boots? What about this line where I take early shop, early rest, couple question marks, then hit this? Wait. Hop from rest to rest. Hit another elite, hit another rest, question mark, shop, leave. There's also a 3 upgrade to elite line if I hybridize across here. I think all paths result in me starting my path and heading up to there, so let's do that. And then we can figure it out. It's actually more important that I have the Debilitate set up here. Yeah, cool. Because that'll set up for the ability to be able to crush through your armor. Oh my... Really? I couldn't have known. That was going to set up the ability for me to crush through your armor on this turn, but then I didn't draw a single hit. Which is going to make that tough. But it made it really easy to turn after. Flatten, thank you. Exactly what I was looking for. It's gonna be a really good attack in this deck. Reanimate. Not my high five. I'm actually kind of concerned because right now you are going to take that high five away from me. Okay, that helps. 1, 2, block, great. And then I just have to hit you once to put you on the ground next turn. Phew. Power potion, I get my high five back, thankfully. Grave Warden. Yes. I'm lacking defends that are worth a dime. I don't really want to corrupt any of our attack. Wow, wow! Snap instead of a strike. Thank you, game. Burn Flute. Whenever Osty attacks, gain 2 block. I love that. There's also a right-hand hand there that I can't afford, but I'll take the Osty thing. One of these paths has a guaranteed late shop. I might have just been pushed towards that by this potion courier. Domain being playable would be nice. Currently, I'm looking at removing the Spirit of Ash from this deck. Bag of Mumbles. 1 vuln to all enemies at the top of the fight. I'm going to have to play Spirit of Ash. Because next turn I'm going to have to play Domain as well. I don't really have too much choice about that. I need the additional resources if I think I'm going to have a chance here. Perfect. High five, poke, flatten, unleash, snap, and defend. Remarkable. Well, at least we drew some cards the turn after. We're only gonna draw turns on cards on one of those turns, so. I'm glad it worked like that. Thank heck we had lethal. Blessing of the Forge. Nope. Horncleat. Study a second turn, gain 12 block. Love that. Delay is also a really good card for this deck, which I need an upgrade on immediately. I'll upgrade Delay. Right. Oh, hold up. How's that change our line if this is a earlier shot than I was expecting? Dingy Rug. Card rewards can now contain colorless cards. Osty is doing most of our attacking, so I wouldn't be entirely against taking the Friendship as well. Defy? Defy pull from Are we? No, we can't take. Wait, no, we can! Because of the Power Potion! Give me Friendship, Defy, pull from below, remove a card from the deck. Hold up. No, we don't take pull from below. Pull from below is bad with Friendship because Friendship takes our strength away. So it's defy, friendship, remove a defend. None of the rest of this needs to go into the deck, and I get to save the money. What did removal cost us, though? Oh, God. I'm gonna reset literally just to check what the removal cost is. Oh, it's literally 100? Okay, actually, that changes everything again. I want friendship, but I think removing a card reliably in the upcoming shop is more important to me. Oh my god, Spirit of Ash is about to be an actual defensive card in this deck. They said it couldn't happen. It's so beautiful. You literally cannot stop me. I don't need a second debilitate. I wonder if one more Flatten is worth it. Flatten is like our main source of damage outside of Unleash, so in shorter fights, Flatten is like most of our damage. I'm gonna take the weak potion to extend for 3 turns of weaken against the upcoming boss. 5 block from an ethereal card. That's the best you can do me? 5? Alright. It's gonna have to be draw 1 less card each turn because I've got Domain to help me cover that. Delay and then Snap to keep Reanimate in hand. I've got additional energy to possibly play it this turn. Nope, I'm gonna be using that. No, I think I do use it this turn. There we go. Or rather, save Reanimate the next turn. Spirit of Ash, Defy, Debilitate, and then Grave Warden. Make sure the enemy is double weakened for as long as I can double weaken them for. Perfect. We've got a Snap. I'm going to use that to keep Delay in hand. Really good card to keep. Take Disintegration here because I have to. Fear, Poke. Unleash is great damage right now as well. Let's go Delay Unleash. Perfect. That helps us play the Reanimate this turn. Vuln. Poke. Damage. Even more damage. This one retains, so I'll play the other one. It's basically like I drew a defend the turn after. Sure, it's not an incredible card, but it's a card. Something I didn't appreciate about Snap for the longest time, which, funnily enough, pun not intended originally, but I foresaw it and then didn't avoid it, should have made this card a Snap pick for me, is the fact that in the second cycle of the deck, the cards retain the retain. It's not retain until played. It's retain. That's ridiculous. It's actually huge. I would not be surprised if this was like an uncommon. It's so good. Like, Well-Laid Plans doesn't give cards retain. It retains cards. There's a difference. Okay. Let's retain the best cards in that hand, I guess. One less energy per turn's not too much of a problem, but I don't want to deal with it. All the enemies, so I'll just kill you. I don't want to sacrifice Osti. I want to do what I did in that fight and just build up a HP bar on him. Banshee's Cry, 33 damage to all enemies, costs 2 less for each ethereal card played this combat. The problem is that card is not playable until the second cycle of the deck. And even then, it's cost 3. It can cost 1. Yeah, not thrilled about it, but it's still good. First card you play each combat is played an additional time. Do I have any innate cards? Not really, but if I double play the first card of each combat, it would be really good. Power cards cost 1 more. Spirit of Ash and Domain. That's not so bad. Spiked Gauntlets for an additional energy each turn. After I have Domain out, I really don't need the additional energy each turn, though. I think Throwing Axe helped me get out to a faster start of each fight. Okay. I want a late shop, but I can't even guarantee I'll have money by late shop, so I'm just going to take a bunch of events. So I got double Spirit of Ash out, so when I play an ethereal card, I gain 10 block. Hey, Domain is an ethereal card. I'll snap to keep delay in hand, and then flatten as well. Fear, Defy, and then Banshees for a bunch of damage. Defy, Blight Strike, Lethality. The thing is, Lethality is really good in this deck. The first attack I play each turn being multiplied by Debilitate on top of Vulnerability and Lethality turns pretty much anything into a really ridiculous... Oh my god, I have the boots still. I can't believe I didn't think about my boots. That changes almost nothing about my course of action. Yeah, probably throw the double delay to start with there, then Debilitate, and then Misery to spread it, and then I'll kill the back line. Full aggro, Grey Blast, and Reap. Nope. Yeah, I wouldn't have made this a shop, and I wouldn't have come here if I knew it was. Tough. Double reanimate to start the fight, but we miss out on domain. I got a lot of health. I'm just looking for my, there we go, Unleash, but I was also looking for Unleash Debilitate. High five, Debilitate, Poke. Thankfully, I've just got all of Ossie's HP here just to keep me comfy while I try and make my way down to some sort of lethal. Vuln Pot, Poke, Friendship, Sculpting, no. I mean, yeah, double reanimate first turn is pretty good. Immediately get big. Lethality. Debilitate, Fear, Defy. Can I just roll the lethal? I've got Vuln and Debilitate. I got all the setup, but there we go. Just draw lethal. I've been waiting for it the whole time. A reanimate that doesn't exhaust? That seems pretty good. Venerable T-set, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. Big fan. After a rest side, of course. We'll upgrade Banshee's Cry, so it is more playable more early. Doubling up on Delay here is appropriate on this first turn. I have so much energy. Debilitate, Snap, and then I'll even keep the Banshee's Cry in hand. There we go, until it's castable, you see? Ooh. I did that in the wrong order, and I'm going to take 5 damage as a result. Domain is an ethereal card, so she'll play the Spirit of Ashes first. Fear me. Defy me. Oh. Always happy to reanimate. Snap the delay to keep it for the right turn. Happily defend most of the incoming burn damage. Well, there goes another reanimate. Strength Potion, Bone Shards, Reeve Delay, no need for those. I have enough vulnerability that I don't need the Vulnerable Potion over a Strength Potion, though. If this gave a second turn of Weaken, I'd be all over it, but it doesn't. I'll still upgrade it so it's a little less pathetic feeling to play. I can take an Elite, and maybe I can even take another Elite after it. We got 2 domain out there, so we're drawing 2 additional cards and gaining 2 additional energy at the top of every turn. Also, that's 2 ethereal cards played on that first turn. Lethality modifies additional damage on a high 5. I'll also debilitate and flatten the front line, then fear for more vulnerability. We played so many ethereal cards now. Banshee's Cry is 0 cost. Absolutely at 0 cost. There it is. Kills all the enemies. Stone Calendar at the start of combat. Upgrade 2 cards for the rest of the combat. Oh yeah, I'll take another upgraded delay. That goes in this deck. I do think a block is probably more important than a strength potion for us. Yeah, a block deployed at the right time I think is much more important. And then the last thing on this floor is Soul Nexus. Do I think I fight Soul Nexus very... Well, it really depends. How early do I get Reanimate? Early enough, I think. No, we don't. Alright, I'm willing enough to Gambler's Brew here to try and have a hand that's playable. Yeah, like this one. I lose domain, sure. But I'm big. We can't underestimate how important it is that I'm big now. I wanted to Vibe, but Banshee's Cry was playable. Debilitate. Body. Unleash. Uh-huh. Here, debilitate, and then high 5 kills. Centennial Puzzle, pretty good draw. Do I care about a block or a death march or a dirge? I care a little bit about a dirge. Oh, Doormaker is my second fight. I don't care about dirge. Skip. I don't think any of these upgrades are worth anything more than the full health that I can go in with. I am still concerned, though. Yeah, that's a pretty good reason to be concerned here. I'll double play Delay to try and give me the ability to play important cards on future turns more easily, but, like, whoa. Double playing Domain or Reanimate is certainly the ideal. Well, I mean, it gave me enough energy to be able to play those. So, that's good. Snap retaining Grey Warden's actually really important. Gives it retained for the whole rest of the battle, and this battle's going to take a while. Yeah. Lethality, Defy, Grey Warden, Bodyguard, and then Banshee's Cry is the first hit I drop. Stream it on Spotify. Have a look at these souls. Poke, snap, keep Spirit of Ash. Spirit of Ash is lethal. Should have kept Debilitate then. I'm gonna defend Spirit of Ash. I can't go for the lethal here. If I go for the lethal here, I put myself like really hard up against trying to solve the queen suddenly. Delay. Okay, I've got Fear. I got Defy available next turn. Okay, so I can delay. Unleash. Or flatten, defend out. Fear, defy. I'm gonna bodyguard and reanimate as well. Beautiful. Delay, snap the reanimate, and then play the retained Grey Warden. We also keep Unleash for future turn. So your turn off of damage here is going to be us playing reanimate and then oh no, I haven't got vulnerability on the enemy yet. Soul. Okay, there it is. Fear, debilitate. Do I drop Unleash and then try and draw Unleash for the drop next turn as well? I'm worried about not having access to Weaken, but I've got enough health on Aussie that I can push. Yeah, 60. Let's delay and high five. There goes Austie. Banshee's crying for 89. Debilitate for lethal. Okay, Doormaker. Please. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Turn one. All of these get removed. Oh, that sucks so bad. I'm gonna double delay. I wonder. No, because the card that I double next turn gets deleted as well. Unless it's a power, in which case, yeah, it's just getting played. I'm gonna snap to keep the debilitate in hand. I was wondering if maybe I should wait until next turn and try and draw domain and then play that. Couldn't have known I was gonna draw it necessarily. I mean, I'm in a pretty bad position here as well because, like, if I play the fear and if I play the defy, they leave the deck. If I don't play the fear and I don't play the defy, they leave the deck. Better off playing reanimate than not. Lethality and delay, I think, is the right one there. Use the block bot. Saves 12 Aussie health this turn. Better use sooner rather than later. Spirit of Ash. Domain. And then the rest of the hand is free. Banshee's crying for a bunch of damage. Poke. And then I'm looking for vulnerability setup. Okay. High five, poke, and delay. Sets up vulnerability. Defends us a bit. Not enough. A bit. Banshee's Cry is truly so much bad damage right now. Very glad that we have it, but also very terrified what happens when we don't. You're taking energy away from us, great. So, delay, Grave Warden, then this snap to keep defend in hand, and then flatten the 0 cost, so we can actually fully play out that hand as well. No more vulnerability or debilitate on the enemy, and no more access either to vulnerability or debilitation for the enemy, unfortunately. Which means this Banshee's Cry needs to get retained so I can guarantee that I can play it next turn. Damn, dude. I'm basically out of damage in this deck. I'm down to 5 cards. 5 cards? Less than 5 cards. This is interesting. Banshee's Cry, delay, end turn. Next turn is Banshee's Cry, Soul Banshee's Cry. Got him. GG. You don't need that many cards. You just need a dream, baby. One hope, one dream, one love. Peace and love to everyone. I'm not gonna be signing any more letters. I don't know how to do his accent. I can't do Ringo. I gotta work on my Ringo. I gotta work on my Lilliputian. I gotta work on the north of England before it gets all the way up to Scotland. Of course, I'll do that in between episodes if you don't mind. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, though, and the name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is the series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyLays. Out above the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Zoe. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.